All right, here is a video guide for problem 5-105 in our homework 5.3.3. Now in this problem, what we're going to do is find the probability that the sum of the two spinners is 4 for part A, and then for part B, we're going to find the probability that the sum of the two spinners is 8. And what the directions say is that the spinners to the right are going to be spun and the results are going to be added. And so what's happening is we spin spinner 1 and whatever it lands on, that's the first number. Then we spin spinner 2 and whatever number it lands on is the second number. And then we would add those two numbers together to get our total, or the sum. And so what I'm going to do for part A, well, I'm going to do part A on this slide, part B on the next slide. But what I'm going to do for part A is actually set up a area model representing these two events happening. So that's where I'm going to start here. I'm going to go down and I'm going to create an area model. And this is going to be my spin 1 on the left side, and then on top I'm going to have spin 2. And spin 1, there is two possible outcomes. Either you're going to get a 2 or you're going to get a 4. And by looking at the diagram, I see that there is a 1/4, because 1/4 of the circle is worth 2. There's a 1/4 chance that I get the 2. And there is a 3/4 chance that I get 4. Okay. For spin 2, I have three possible outcomes. Either I can get a 2, a 4, or a 6. And the probability of getting a 2 is the same as the probability of getting a 4, and the probability of getting a 6. They're all the same because it's split equally into thirds. And so you have a 1/3 chance of getting a 2, a 1/3 chance of getting a 4, and a 1/3 chance of getting an 8. Now I'm going to split up my area model, like so. And I'm going to look for the boxes, because again, I'm doing part A. Actually, let's fill out the whole area model because we'll use it again in part B. All right, so I'm looking for the boxes that add up to 4. And I'm also going to look for the boxes that add up to 8. I'm going to highlight them with different colors. I'll highlight A's, the A1 in green. So boxes that sum up to 4. 4 plus 2, that's 6, not that one. 4 plus 4, that's 8. So that would be like a part B one. 4 plus 6, that's 10. 2 plus 2, that's 4. So we're going to be looking for this box, the probability of this box. 2 plus 4, that's 6, so not that box. And then 2 plus 6 here, that would be 8. And so I have actually two 8 boxes. I'll color those in blue. The 4 in the 4 box, that would sum to 8. And the 2 in the 6 box, that would sum to 8. So again, let's go back to green and let's focus on, again, the summing of 4 because we're doing part A here. What is the probability that we get a 2 and a 2? Well, we got to multiply our fractions to figure that out. So 1/4 times 1/3, that would give me a 1 in 12 chance that I get the sum of 4. And since that is the only box that works, that is the only outcome that works to get a sum of 4, that is my total probability that I spin or get a sum of 4. So the answer to part A is 1/12. Now, we can do part B here, and I said I was going to do another slide, but I guess because I'm just doing it in the same area model, I'll keep it on this slide. All right, I have two boxes here that sum up to 8 because the 4 and the 4 do, and the 2 and the 6 do. So I want to see the probability of both of these blue boxes. So I'm going to take 3/4 times 1/3, multiplying fractions, remember? So 1/3 times 3/4. Whenever we just multiply fractions straight up, we multiply the numerator, then multiply the denominator. So here I'm going to get 3/12, which reduces down. I can divide the top and the bottom by 3, and I believe I get an answer of 1/4 there. So 1/4 chance that I get the 4 and the 4. And then I can do the 2 and the 6 now, so that's 1/4 times 1/3. That is 1/12. Now I want the total probability of summing to an 8 or getting a sum of 8. So I need to add these two boxes together, add the two blue boxes together. And what that gives me then is 1/12 plus 1/4. I need a common denominator to add fractions. So I'm going to multiply this fraction here by 3/3. So I get 1/12 plus 3/12, which I could have kept it, now that I look at it, I could have kept it in this form here, but that's all right. Adding these fractions together, add the numerators, keep the denominators, so this is 4/12, which actually reduces down to 1/3. So there is a 1/3 chance and that would be your answer for B here, is 1 over 3. There's a 1/3 chance that you get to spin to a sum of 8 playing this game where you spin the first spinner and the second spinner. All right. Hopefully it got a little messy here, but hopefully the video guide here makes sense and helps you understand what's happening here. Again, 2 events, spinner 1 and then spinner 2. Since it's 2 events, I set it up in an area model. I looked for the green box, which was summing to 4, and that was the only box, so I just used that one. And then I looked for blue boxes that sum to 8. I found the probability of summing to 4, which was the 1/12. I found the 2 probabilities that sum to 8. I added them together for the total probability, and I got both my answers in green and blue there. Any questions on this or any other homeworks, just let me know. I enjoy making these videos.